Dear friends, let's have a look at the syllabus for 2025 IGCSE Accounting 0452. So, since this is the year 2025, so we'll have a brief overview. So, the fundamentals of accounting. So, in this, we'll be discussing bookkeeping and accounting. So, and basic accounting terms and accounting equation. So, all these things we'll be learning in the fundamentals of accounting. Then, sources of recording of data. So sources of recording of data like business documents, all data discussion about various business documents, and then verification of accounting records, how to verify trial balance, how to verify bank reconciliation statement, how to prepare that and control accounts. All these things we'll be discussing. So accounting procedures. So various accounting procedures like we have to understand and distinguish between capital and revenue expenditure and receipts, non-current assets, so accruals and prepayments, so record debts. So all this inventory valuation, all these things we'll be discussing. So then preparation of financial statements, how to prepare financial statements like of sole traders, partnerships and limited companies. Analysis and interpretation of using accounting ratios. Accounting principles and policies like various accounting principles that are followed in preparation of accounting statements. Accounting ratios, we'll be discussing everything in detail. So let us have a detailed overview of the syllabus. So fundamentals of accounting. So fundamentals of accounting, the purpose of accounting, understand and explain the difference between bookkeeping and accounting. Purpose of measuring business profit and loss. Role of accounting in providing information, monitoring progress. So this is more based, more like theory. So you need to know the various concepts in this and the accounting equation. So explain the meaning of assets, liabilities, and owner's equity. Explain and apply the accounting equation. So we'll be working out some accounting equation problems. So then the next one is sources of and recording of data. So double entry system of given on outline the double entry. What do you mean by double entry? How to prepare ledger accounts? How to post transactions with the ledger accounts? Prepare balance ledger accounts. Prepare interpret ledger account and their balances. Recognize the division of ledger into sales ledger, purchase ledger, non-ledger. So all these things we'll be discussing in detail. So sources and recording of data. So business documents. So what are the various business documents like invoices, debit note, credit note, statement of account, check, receipt, all these things we'll discuss. What are those things? So understand the use of business documents such as information, invoice, credit note, check, file, paying slip, receipt, bank statement, all these things. Then we'll discuss books of prime entry. So what are the books of prime entry like cash book, petty cash book, sales journal, purchase journal, sales return journal, purchase return journal, the general journal, how to post ledger entries from the books of prime entry. So distinguish between account of trade, discount and cash discount. So dual function of cash book as primary book, primary entry as ledger account for bank and cash. So record payments and receipts by bank to explain and apply the interest system of petty cash. All these things will be learning. So the trial balance. So trial balance, what is trial balance? What are the significance, limitations of trial balance? And what are the different type of errors that are committed when preparing books of accounts? Like what are the errors which affect the trial balance and the errors which do not affect the trial balance? Then correction of errors, how to pass journal entries to rectify the mistakes that have been done. So how to prepare suspense account, how to pass rectification through suspense account. Adjust profit and loss after the correction of errors. So then bank reconciliation. So what is the meaning? How to do go about that? So how to prepare bank reconciliation statement to verify the differences between the balances for passbook and balances for cash book. Verification of accounting records. So we'll discuss even about control accounts, how what are various control accounts, process of purposes of purchase ledger and sales ledger control accounts. So how to prepare that, how to reconcile all these things will be learning here. So accounting procedures, what do you mean by capital and revenue expenditure and receipts? So then accounting for depreciation and disposal of non-current assets. So we'll be learning straight line method, reducing balance, revaluation method of depreciation, and how to pass the entries, how to verify, how to calculate the profit or loss on disposal of assets. So then other payables and receivables like accrued expenses, prepaid expenses, accrued income and prepaid income, all those things, and irrecoverable debts and provision for doubtful debts. What do you mean by irrecoverable debts, provision for doubtful debts? So all these things we'll be discussing. Plus valuation of inventory, how to value inventory, preparation of final accounts like of sole traders, of partnerships. So then limited companies also, how to prepare clubs and societies, manufacturing accounts, so incomplete records, how to prepare accounts from incomplete records, calculation, understanding of accounting ratios, various ratios like gross margin, profit margin, return on capital employed, current ratio, liquid ratio, so rate of inventory turnover, trade receivables turnover. So all these things will be learning interpretation of accounting ratios, how to input the results that we have calculated, interfirm comparison, how to compare one firm with the other. So all these things are interested parties, so who are interested in financial statements. So what are the various limitations of accounting statements? So accounting principles, what are the various accounting principles that are followed in preparation of presentation of financial statements like matching, business entity consistency, duality, going concern, historic cost, materiality, money measurement, gains, realization. So all these things we'll be discussing, and accounting policies, what is the significance of accounting policy, that we'll be discussing. So all these things we'll be discussing in IGCSE Accounting 045.